Boom, viewers, subscribers. Back again with these quick updates because trust. If it's not foreign from King Mix Up, it's not credible. I keep on telling you that you know my style already. Bag of one in a one, you see me I say? And unfortunately, Shenseea is being blamed for Spice being sabotaged by Chug It CEO Andrew. And I'm gonna say allegedly. Yeah. And speaking about Mr. French Connection, he has clapped back again. Yes. We just did a review earlier that he clapped back and responded to Spice. Well, he's responding to Spice again with the facts. And he has a list of them. You see what I'm saying? So I guess and this is his receipts to prove that he's in the right. But unfortunately, as you see, he disabled the comment. So you're going to have to leave your views in my comment section about what he said. You see me? I say, I'm going like say I'm going to cover out the thing. You see me? But first, let us look at the crowd's reaction when they heard that Muma Spice, the queen of the stage, queen of the dancer, won't be performing at Chuggets event. You see me?
They want spice.
Yeah, big up on yourself, besties. But like I was saying, the Chug It CEO boss said, these are the facts. You see what I said? And he said facts relating to Spice's scheduled performance at Chug It. The artist was paid in full, including related expenses for a performance that did not happen. The event was granted a permit and had all legalities to take place. The venue could not have been advertised if this was not the case. You see, Master? Timeline of events. The artist was paid her full booking deposit as per contract. A stipulation of her contract indicates that the final hotel and flight itinerary should be confirmed 2 weeks before departure date. Despite numerous requests made to Spice teams for this information, the full information for the traveling parties was not forthcoming to the organizers until September 1st, with the first flight being requested to take place on September 3rd. The flight for the two members of the traveling party were booked and submitted to Spice's representative. When these members of the traveling party went to the airport, they were advised of an issue with their flight, which was not our fault, which no fault of the organizers, but was 100% the fault of the airline. The airline rectified the situation and the parties proceeded with traveling. What had happened was that the company's credit card was flagged because of the high number of transactions that were taking place within a short period of time as a result of trying to process all the last minute information submitted by Spice team. And Spice did mention something about credit card being declined. But nevertheless, it was communicated by representatives of Spice that Spice wished to book her own flight due to the previous occurrence of issues with the airline of the first two traveling parties. Chug It issued a reimbursement contract to Spice on the same date of September 3rd, which stated that in light of Spice opting to book her own flight, Chug It would reimburse her through an assigned representative at the time when the per diem payment is being made. The assignment was signed by Spice herself and submitted to Chug It representative on September 4th. The copy of her travel expense was also submitted to Chug It on September 4th. Spice's arrival at the airport in Miami occurred ahead of time. You see me, I said that she was scheduled to arrive. Representatives quickly jumped into action and traveled to the airport to try to get another vehicle to be available to her, as the booked vehicle would not have become available earlier than at the time it was booked for. You see me, I said. The representatives were on site at the airport during the same period that the performer was there. Spice took the decision to get her own transportation, for which these expenses were submitted by her team to representatives of the organizers. Regarding hotel accommodations, when the hotel was being booked We were told that there were no suites available due to the holiday rush. However, when Spice arrived, Spice manager was able to upgrade to a suite, which the organizers paid later. A vehicle which met the specifications outlined in her contract was made available to Spice and her representatives. Spice manager expressed that Spice would not like the color of the vehicle type and requested that it change. Why, Spice, you're a real diva, you know. This occurred on the night of September 4th. The representative stayed up for almost the entire night trying to source a vehicle to make the change possible to switch the vehicle to the black Cadillac. This change was made, and this was subsequently caused the temporary delay in the transportation provision. Following this delay, Spice team became upset and demanded that the full balance of the performance fee and all other expenses and requirements be paid at one sum. You see me, I say, and the Chug representative was given 2 hours to this sum to be paid before gates were even open at the event. 9. At this time, Spice made an Instagram post with the caption, "I have an announcement about Chug at 2 p.m. Tune into my IG Live." This action caused a whirlwind of doubt to both pre-sold ticket holders and patrons who would be paying at the gate, which significantly impacted months of promotion of the event. 10. This action and also resulted in the delay of the start time of the event as the organizer's attention was diverted to meeting the sudden demands of the artist. In an effort to present any other negative impacts, our representatives were advised in text that time is ticking. She stated that Spice had already packed and booked her flight to leave Miami. Her contract with the organizer states that the balance of her payment should be paid no later than 1 hour prior to departure from the hotel to the venue for the performance. Despite this, in writing, Chug obliged and met the sudden demands of the artist 6 hours before the scheduled performance to ensure that Spice would be there. 11. A representative arrived at Spice Hotel at 1:15 p.m. with 15,000 in cash and 5,000 to be transferred. Spice team delayed in coming to the lobby to meet with the representative to collect the sum. Spice representative at first refused the sum, and whilst our representative still waited at the hotel with the cash, another representative was sent with additional funds amounting to 6,900 in cash as well, too. To Spice. Spice team accepted the funds and was given her onstage and VIP tickets for her team and entourage. After this transaction was completed, the organizer asked for Spice to make a post to her IG, of the current event flyer, which had the tier 4 ticket price, also advertised the gate price and availability of the tickets at the gate. She was asked to post this because the artwork she chose to post for her IG Live announcement displays 100% sold out on it, which was an outdated flyer referring to a previous tier of tickets, which gave the impression to the public that there was a 100% sold out show, which caused patrons to doubt that they could get tickets at the gate. 12. Chuck booked and paid for an RV which was provided for Spice to be her dressing room at the venue. It was on location at the venue but was never used by the artist. Instead, she remained in her hotel room despite her having collected all of the funds she demanded. 13. The organizer who signed the contract with Spice communicated directly to the authorized representative of Spice that her performance should take place at 8:15 at 7:56. Upon realizing that Spice was still not at the venue, the organizer who signed the contract generously communicated to her manager that she can start her performance at 8:45, which gave her more time to arrive. The organizer who signed the contract with Spice checked in with Spice team again asking for an update on her location 8:49, as was advised that she was still not at the venue. The response to that message was from Spice at 8:49, indicating that she would give back the funds because her vibes to perform was not there. Some of these messages were unsent by Spice team minutes later. Boy, that one that sounds sticky because Spice have all of I received them. But anyway, 16 Spice team sent the organizer a screenshot of the text message from a third party who has no authorization over the contract that the organizer signed with Spice, stating that the performance will be at 9 p.m. Despite all of this, Spice was not present at the venue even for a 9 p.m. performance, even though it was full to capacity and despite her contractual obligations to the organizer of the event having received full payment for all expensive and full and complete payment of her performance. 17. The authorities later arrived at the venue, and when representatives explained to them that they were waiting on Spice to perform, they looked around, saw that she was not there, and then proceeded to order the music off. Spice team later sent a text message to say that she had just arrived to the venue well after the organizer's scheduled time to perform. Additional expenses were paid her and her party to be in Miami from the day before the event on the 4th, just to make sure that she would be there at the event to perform. The Chugga team went above and beyond in efforts to please the artist, but Spice failed to present herself at the venue for the scheduled performance, which raises the question whether or not this was deliberate. 19. The resource used to book Spice could have been paid for other international acts. However, in its decision to support brand Jamaica, Chug specifically chose to carry Spice on board in making its entry into the States as a statement to comments the international brand agreement that Chug had recently signed. And some $2 billion agreement him signed. Chugget and its organizers has a great track record of complying and fulfilling contractual obligations with performers. Spice herself stated this multiple times that the organizers made every effort to appease the performers, despite the lack of information on the schedule from her team. 21. The misinformation and subsequent efforts on this misinformation that is now circulating regarding the brand due to her Instagram lives are now causing significant damage, which could possibly impact the current brand contract that exists. The brand has extensive agreement and would not jeopardize the longevity of their contract for any reason. 22. There was no false advertising. There would be no false advertising when the artist herself made posts to her own page concerning the event. There is no false advertising when the artist was paid in full for her performance. Chuggett is not the aggressor in the situation. She made an attempt to threaten the event despite extreme and extensive efforts to meet her demand for her to go onto her Instagram live page and inflict damage to the brand that loves her and has done great business with her on multiple occasions is disappointing. In all of the years of staging this event, these circumstances have never occurred. While we seek legal advice to remedy this matter, we are open to extend an invitation to Spice to engage in discussion for all amicable resolution. In the meantime, or while we continue to work on the next staging of Chugged in the US of A. Boy, people, if me didn't know say so much, me wouldn't even read up. Me think I just tempting the people them did right on a good old holiday. Alright, this is me I say, but nevertheless, those are the facts that Chugged was Andrew French connection put out. And this is what Spice had to say about all of that. She says, I don't sleep from last night knowing what they did to my fans. 20 years and I never miss one show. Besties, I love you all so much. I'm extremely disappointed and saddened that this happened to you last night. My DM is full. I cannot reply to all of you, but I'm getting the messages. I don't know how the court is gonna hold all of us. Because the amount of people that send details and receipts and want to come to court. This really brings tears to my eyes. I'm going to stop saying me born a seaside. I'm going to stop saying I'm salt because it's not true. I'm loved, and the one thing for sure, they may rise up against me in the thousands, but God always got me. I've been documenting this entire ordeal for 24 hours before it happened, simple because God warned me and I took heed. Besties, I love you infinity. And she said a lot more, and she showed a few more screenshots. But me now I read it to one. I'm going to forward back when we are talk about Shenseea sabotaging spies or getting blamed for it. You see me?
Long story short, Chug it to set me up. On the thief me fans their money. On the thief me fans their money and set me up. Pass the text where the big long one when name Louis say at 9 o'clock you have to perform. Cause I him attack and that's run up his mouth. Pastor Will. Long story short, Chug it to set me up. On the thief me fans their money. On the thief me fans their money and set me up. Andrew, you're wicked to me. Andrew, you're wicked to me. Me try with you.
Okay, people, you know, send me a Shenseea defender, you know. And you know, if you're not far from me, you're not credible, but she, he get me. And I see a lot of people spreading rumors about Shenseea sabotaging Spice because she was performing at Chug It the same night. You see me, I say. Now, normally I would entertain street rumors, and I might entertain these street rumors if next year we see Shenseea performing on Chug It. You see me, I say. But people, let's get the facts straight. Shenseea wasn't performing at Chug It. You see me? Shenseea was performing with City Girls and Trey songs and things at a different event. The only thing with Spice and Shenseea had in common that night is that they both was performing in Miami. So, you know, let's stop spread rumors. You see me, I say. Yeah, but I just wanted to give you that update with Spice and the Chug It people. Just they want to give you the update with Shenseea being blamed and thing. And you don't know already, people like the video 1,000 times and share a million one. It shows your appreciations. And it makes me want to upload more videos for now and do more commentary. You see me, I say, you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell and press all for the latest in the dancehall news, musical reviews, and gossip. And if you subscribe already, make sure your notification on. YouTube I reset.